up, vinyl community? What's up, YouTube? I feel the song now, I feel the song now. Feeling a little rambunctious tonight. Alright. Alright. Hey guys, welcome to Cosmic Vinyl. I'm Cosmic Brian, your host with the least. I don't know, whatever. Hey, I just want to say thanks a lot to all the new subscribers, man. I see new subscribers trickling in every day or so. Man, I am so grateful, I guess is the word. And I feel so honored to have you guys subscribe to my channel. So, welcome all you guys that aren't subscribed, because I love y'all equally. But if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Dig it, join us here in the cosmic realm. I mean, wouldn't you want to be part of this? This is fun. It's free, it's loose, it's wild, it's insane. Alright, enough of that. Alright. Can you imagine having to try and sit and listen to music with Cosmic Brian as he's jumping around doing all kinds of crazy shit? Alright, let's tear it down a little bit. Here's what's going on. By the way, that was the live one. It's a great album. I think I've shown it before already, so kind of has that Detroit kind of garage sound, even a little punkish. So anyway, I've been trying to figure out a way to show, I want to show my garage rock records, but I was trying to think of a way to show the old classic 60s garage, but I also want to show like the 80s garage revival stuff. So I thought, well, why not just combine the two? So what this is going to entail is I'm going to show an older garage rock album followed by new, kind of like old versus new, and I'm just going to keep doing it. And I do have a lot of records here, so I should probably shut up and get going. I'm going to try and show 10 albums here. If I can't get it done, I might stop halfway and make this a two-parter. But first of all, we got to get rid of the mind shields. You've been warned. Thank you, Mr. Bonehand. Alright, good to see you again, fella. Oh, hey! Oh, look at this. Got a freshie in the house just for the occasion. Oh, wait, stop the press. Ah, my jaws. Koozie, check that shit out. Is that groovy or what? Alright. First of all, I'm going to treat you guys to a big chug. Everybody out there that's got a cold drink or a lukewarm drink, I don't care, or something maybe in the smoke realm, let's hoist them up and hit it. This big chug's for you, vinyl community.
Oh, yes, my good friend, of course.
Brain freeze. Holy shit. Oh my god. Alright, let's get on with the garage rock. Flying in right off the get-go, how about the Shadows of Night, Gloria? Check out that groovy label right there. Isn't that killer? I love the pink label, the Dunwich label. It's killer. But the Shadows of Night, right? These guys are American These guys are American garage rock band out of Chicago, Illinois. Now, they've described themselves as the Stones, the Animals, the Yardbirds, took the Chicago blues style and gave it a British or an English flair to it. It's not far from what their music is. It's a good description. But these guys, I mean, think about it. most of the bands, the British rock bands took their influences from the old American blues players like Chuck Berry, John Lee Hooker, and in this case, Willie Dixon. In fact, they do 3 covers on this album by Willie Dixon right in a row. You can't on side 2. You can't judge a book by the cover. I'm your hoochie coochie man, and I just want to make love to you. Check out the back. See, this is an OG still in the shrink. Can you dig it? Look at those guys. I'm gonna try and give you guys a good look at that. Friggin' awesome cover. Love it. But yeah, these guys are fantastic, man. Great bluesy garage rock. That's the Shadows of Night. So that's the old. Now I'm going with the newer, like 80s garage rock revival. Now I did see Garner from High Octane Revival. Hey Garner, what's up? Props to you. He showed this album. This is the Chesterfield Kings, Stop. These guys are out of Rochester, New York. They were instrumental in sparking the 80s garage rock revival that spawned bands like the Marshmallow Overcoat, the Cynics, Mystic Eyes, Fuzz Tones, bands like that. So, but check those guys out. The hair, they got the hair, the whole thing, and it's visual sound stereo, so it's got that going for it. Here's the back cover. I love this album. I remember when I first got this, I spun the living shit out of it. But it's just so friggin' awesome. I mean, they borrowed heavily from the 60s garage rock sound, especially like the early Stones. In fact, I think they did a record where they just did all Stones covers, which, man, that would be a killer record to have. I'd like to get it. But this has that killer organ sound, great guitar work. The Chesterfield Kings are fantastic. And that's the new. Definitely recommend the Chesterfield Kings. Now jumping back into going back in time again. This is the Standells with their nice little record here called Why Pick on Me and Good Guys, and sometimes Good Guys Don't Wear White. Now the Standells are an LA garage rock band, and this is such a diverse list of songs on this record. I mean, they cover Paint It Black by the Stones. They also cover My Little Red Book by Love. And then there's, they've got some kind of slow jams on here. There's one called, I think it's in like maybe French, I don't know. My Hai Fato Enamorare. That props to Steve Carlson right there. I was right out of the book of Steve Carlson trying to pronounce something I have no idea. But yeah, this is a great record. I want to tell you a little story about the Standells. So the Standells actually made an appearance on an episode of The Munsters. Now I'm really going to date myself here because I used to watch The Munsters when it was on originally back in the day when I was a wee little cosmonaut. And the Standells were on an episode, and I totally remember this episode. And I remember they did a couple of their own songs on. They were on there as themselves, but I remember they did a couple of their own songs, and then they did a cover of the Beatles' "I Want to Hold Your Hand." Now my little mind was confused because I was like, I know that those guys are. I know what the Beatles look like, and I know those guys aren't the Beatles. So I was really confused at who this band was. But, now come to find out it was the mighty Standells. This is a very cool record. The Standells are friggin' great. Probably best known for their song Dirty Water, the song about Boston, which I don't have that record yet. And I'm telling you, vinyl community, I will make that album mine. Anyway, Standells. Nothing really on the back there, but nice bio about the band. You know how this goes. I'm gonna have to set these down because this flimsy piece of shit can't hold but 4 records. Looks cool though, right? So now bringing in the new. Now I know Garner, shoot, I could say Garner on every one of these records because I'm sure he showed something by everybody. But this one, I know he showed, I don't know if it was if he showed it on a 45 or if he showed this record, but this is the Vipers, Out of the Nest. Now, the Vipers are another 80s garage rock band in the vein of the Cynics and the Liars and the Chesterfield Kings that we've already talked about. This is pretty fantastic. Let me give you, hopefully you can see that with the band there. For some reason, these guys didn't break through as big as some of like the other garage rockers of the 80s revival. But these guys are fantastic. They had kind of a more melodic sound. Almost like more Mercy beat than like the standard American garage stuff. But man, is it good. Some of the songs almost even sound a little like the Byrds. That they're that melodic. But they've got some heavy hitters on here. Surprise, Surprise, Borrowed Time, We're Out of Here. And then they also cover the song Medication by the aforementioned Standells, and that is absolutely a standout track on this. Yeah, friggin' awesome. Look at the guy right there. He's even rocking some maracas right there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But yeah, Vipers, Out of the Nest. God dang, I hate the stickers. Anyway, Euclid Records does it all the time. I forgive them because they got good prices and a great records. Little shout out to Euclid Records down here in St. Louis. Now we're going back in time to one of the most mightiest of all the 60s garage bands, a prototype for garage punk for all the bands, and that's the Seeds, the legendary Seeds, with their this is their self-titled album on the Crescendo label. Now this is obviously a reissue. I do not have the original, but check these guys out. I mean, get a good look at the band there. Look at those guys. As the mighty Madam Sin, Paul would say, check out these miscreants, or these ne'er-do-wells, if you will. These guys are fantastic. Of course, led by the legendary Sky Saxon, who's the singer. He's also listed as the bassist, but I don't think he ever played bass on any of their records. But God, Sky is was so cool. The thing that makes the Seeds sound stand out is also their keyboardist, Daryl Hooper. He plays a keyboard bass, not unlike Ray Manzarek did for the Doors. Just an amazing sound. Of course, Sky has that Mick Jagger influence, kind of whine in his voice. Some would say he's also been influenced a little, Buddy Holly and even Eddie Cochran. This is, every garage rock collection should have the Seeds in it. I need to get some more seeds I need to plant some more seeds in my collection. Get that? Pretty cool, huh? So now we're gonna jump ahead here a little bit, back to the 80s revival stuff. I'm just gonna set this here. This is a band called, and I know Garner's talked about these guys too, this is the Miracle Workers. This album is called Moxie's Revenge. This is 80s garage rock. I think they're out of Portland, Oregon. Check out those cats. They got the standard garage look with the hair, the paisley shirts there, the beads. And check out up here in like their Miracle Workers, the logo, there's all kinds of demons and faces, and just all kinds of torment and weirdness. And then there's the same picture on the back there. These guys, there you go. This is cool. This is actually a comp album of like singles, outtakes, and also some unreleased material. But gosh, I just love this cover. And this was probably the first garage rock, the 80s revivalist garage rock album I picked up. It's probably been about a year or so now that I picked this up. But they do a cover of the Sonics' Psycho that is just raucous and just so, it's just brilliant garage punk. These guys have just like a little bit more like a punk edge to it, like 60s and 70s bands like MC5, the Stooges, and the Flamin' Groovies also come to mind. Great album. These guys later became like a garage rock, or not garage, they became a grunge rock or alt rock band, and then kind of even went into that stoner rock mentality before they faded into oblivion. But yeah, Moxie's Revenge, the Miracle Workers, great record. And now I'm happy to show this one. This is a great album. This is a session with the Remains. Now we're going back into the 60s. This was actually never released before. This was released on Sunday's Records. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this label or not, but I'm going to try and show it to you. It's got its cool retro like Sunday's label. It's probably not coming through, but this wasn't released until '96. It's actually a live album, but not live in the sense of like a concert. It was recorded live for a demo or studio audition. These guys were gigging in New York City. Time out. But they were gigging in New York City, and they had a chance to do this, to record this live demo audition, like almost like a show for Capitol Records, because they were trying to move on from their Epic label. And so these guys gig till like 3 or 4 in the morning. Then they show up at this big studio at 10 a.m. So these guys are probably just wired for sound. And literally, because the production guys told them there'd be no overdubs, be as loud as you want. And so the band took full advantage of it, setting up their heavy duty amps, and just turning everything up to 11 and just playing like they never played before. This album captures the Remains for what they truly were, which is, and they were so tight. And they just sounded absolutely killer. That it just shows them for what they were, a kick-ass live band. Now there's a lot of covers here. In fact, most it's covers. Hang On Sloopy, Like a Rolling Stone, Johnny Be Good, Walking the Dog. This is fantastic, and you can even hear some banter between songs between the band, and they're just kind of, hear them joking with each other and stuff. Get a load of the back there. Tells the whole story of what happened here. These cats actually opened for the Beatles. I had the chance to be one of the groups that opened for the Beatles on their final tour. I totally recommend this to anybody. That's just a great record, and I think it was pretty reasonable too. Now we're gonna jump ahead again. Now I don't know if this was part of the '80s revival. This came later, like in the 90s, but I wanted to show it anyway. This is a UK band called the Witch Doctors, and I showed this not too long ago. These guys have played or shared the stage with some of our heroes and their heroes and our heroes, obviously. the Ramones, the Damned, the Cramps, the Flesh Tones, Reckless Eric, and also the Germs. These guys are heavily influenced by 60s and 70s garage rock. Just so amazing. And check out that price tag, $6.99. Are you kidding me? This thing is an absolute steal. And you can tell it was an English press. It's got that kind of flimsy cover here, but this has great lyrics. It's very punk rock. It's got some just swirling Hammond organ. This is the real deal here. It's so great. But I want to show you some of the stuff that came with it. It came with this like little bit of history of the witch doctors. Then of course you've got the lyric sheet there, and then it says right here, optimized for atomic stereo sound. Boom! An atomic bomb just went off in the cosmic realm. I'm an idiot. So anyway, I want to show you this. It came with this limited edition 7-inch as well. And this is fantastic. Witch Doctor's Spaceship Girl. And then on the B side is this Eat My Eye. And look at that friggin', it's like a bloody mouth biting into an eyeball. That is just amazing cover art. But that's not the kicker. Purple wax, duties. Purple friggin' wax. This is so great. It's like number 416 out of 500. I don't have a lot of 7-inches. I looked at some today at the record store and I was just like, oh man, do I want to go down that rabbit hole? Not yet, anyway. So now we're gonna go back in time. And now this album's a little bit deceiving. It's not the band Them, the Irish rock band with featuring Van Morrison, but this is part of that band. This, after Van Morrison split off to go on his own, a couple of the guys who were brothers in the band, Patrick and Jackie McCullough, grabbed a couple other guys and put this together. They hooked up with Kim Fowley, who produced this, and basically took them under his wing and named them the Belfast Gypsies. Man, look at that. Look at those guys. This guy's got like a fur vest. He's got like this crazy ascot. He's got a Batman sweater. This is so cool. These guys are so cool. And they did a reworking on this of the standard 60s garage rock song Gloria. Only they reworked it and called it Gloria's Dream. It's the opening track on here. And it's really, really good. And then, of course, they do another reworking of a Dylan song. It's All Over Now, Baby Blue, which is one of the highlights on this record for sure. Spins at a 45. Geez, that's in there tight. But yeah, this was not available on vinyl until 2019. I was fortunate enough to be able to get a copy. And yeah, great stuff. I highly, highly recommend that. Gonna have to set them down. How am I doing on time? God dang it, I'm on the last album. Stay with me, vinyl community. Please don't abandon me now. I know it's been about 20 minutes or so. But this is going into the new. This is the Satelliters. What's Up with Timothy D. Now this is, this also came out a little later, but the Satellites have been around for a while. They're definitely part of that garage rock revival. These guys are from Germany, and they are able to capture that authentic 60s garage rock sound because they actually use authentic vintage equipment and instruments. So they actually have that original sound. And this is so good. the Satelliters. That's a great cover. It's got a little bio of each guy. Look at this guy, Haynes. He's got a cape and a hat. And there's Zoltan. I think he's the drummer. But yeah, this is great. They actually do a cover of the Bob Seger system. I think it's called 2 + 2 = I don't know if that's how it's the title of it, but that's what it looks like on here. And this is from beginning to end, very garage punk, very, very much in the vein of the original 60s stuff. It's fantastic. So there you go, my old versus new garage rock video. Hopefully I didn't go too long. I'm going to give you guys the parting big chug, and then I'll let you get on out of the realm. We'll transport you back to your lives and to your families, but just for this 20 minutes, that's all it was. You got to hang out in the cosmic realm. So here's to you. Toast to all my friends out there in the vinyl community and on YouTube. This chugs for you. All right, stay safe, stay cool, and stay cosmic. Peace to y'all. Love you.
It's cosmic vinyl.